Twilight third grade worksheet lesson number 12. And to start off, we're going to be writing the amount using the coins shown. And so, for this first one, we see that we have 1 dime, 1 penny, 1 quarter, 1 nickel, and 1 quarter. So, we know that a dime is 10 cents, a penny is 1, a quarter is 25, and a nickel is 5. So, let's add them up. So we have 25 plus 25, that's 50, plus 10, that's 60, plus 5, that's 65, and then plus 1 again, that's equal to 66. And since this is only cents, 66 is actually only equal to $0.66. So our answer is 0.66, which is $0.66. For number 2, we're doing the same thing, but this time we have a dollar sign. So a dollar is always equal to $1, which is equal to 100. We have 100 plus 10 plus 1 plus 10 and plus 10. We can add the dimes up together first to get 30. And then we can add it to the 100. So 100 plus 30 equals 130 plus the 1 penny, and we get to 131, which is equal to $1.31. And lastly, if I get this page, we have 2 $1 bills, which is equal to 200, 2 dimes, which is equal to 20, 1 quarter, which is equal to 25, 1 penny, which is 1, and 1 nickel, which is 5. So we can add these two together. 200 plus 20 equals 220. 220 plus 25 equals 245. Plus 5 is equal to 250. And then plus 1 again, we get 251, which is equal to $2.51. Moving on to the next page, we're filling the table. And for this one, we have $1 bills. And for our example here is that all of the examples have $4 already in here. And for here, it tells us that there are none in specific ones, or some of them have specific values already in them. So looking at this number 1, our value is $4.75, and we already know that there's $4 in here, so we need to get the 0.75. In order to get that, we need to get the amount of quarters. And we know that a quarter is 25, and we're missing 75 cents, so we can do 25 plus 25 plus 25, and then we realize that that gets us 75, which is our missing value. So we realize that there's 1, 2, 3 quarters, and that means our answer for number 1 is 3 quarters. For number 2, we're doing the same thing this time, but this time we're finding the dimes. However, this time we already know we have 2 quarters and 1 nickel along with the $4, which adds up to $4.55. And so all we're missing is just 20 cents. And so we know that each dime is 10 cents, so we do 10, and then we get 20 with 2 dimes. That tells us our answer is 2 for number 2. And lastly, for number 3, we already know that we have 2 quarters, 5 pennies, and $4, which is equal to $4.55. And just like the last one, we know that we're missing 20 cents, and 2 dimes are equal to 20 cents. So our answer for number 3 is 2. For this page, we're using greater than, less than, or equal to compare the amounts of money. So let's write this all out first to make it easier. For number 1, we have $3, which is equal to 300. 2 quarters, 25 each, equal to 50, plus 1 nickel, which is 5 cents. Over here we have $2, which is equal to 200. 4 quarters, which is equal to, I wrote an extra 0 by accident. 4 quarters, 25 each, is equal to 100, plus 5 dimes, which is equal to 50. Now you can add these all up to compare them. 300 plus 50 plus 5 is $3.55, or $3.55. And 200 plus 100 plus 50 is $3.50, and we know that 355 is greater than 350, so we can write greater than for number 1. Number 2, we're doing the same thing. $1 is 100. 4 quarters, 25 each, is also 100. 5 nickels, 5 each, we get 25. $1 is 100. 4 quarters is also 100. And 2 dimes is equal to 10 times 2, which is 20. And we can add these all up together again, and we get 225 or $2.25 for this left side, and 220 equal to 220, and that means our answer is greater than, because we know that 225 is greater than 220. Lastly, for number 3, we have $2, 100 each, we get 200. 2 dimes, 10 each, we get 20. 5 pennies, 1 each, we get 5. Over on this side, we have $1, 100. 5 quarters, 25 each, we get 125 plus 1 nickel, which is 5. We can add these up together. For this left side, we get 225 or 225, $2.25, and over on this side, we get 230, which is equal to $2.30. And we know that $2.30 is greater than $2.25, so we can write less than. And lastly, for our word problems, number 1. Joseph bought a dog collar for $4.75 and a leash for $6.38. How much money did Joseph spend? So we know that he spent $4.75 for the dog collar and $6.38 for his leash. So we're trying to find the total amount, which means we're adding. So we can do 475 plus 638. And we're just going to add it like normal. So we get 5 plus 8, which is 13. So we get 3, carry the 1 over. 1 plus 7 plus 3 is 11. Plus, so we put in a 1, carry the 1 over. And lastly, we get 4 plus 6 plus 1 is 11. So we put 11 right here. And we can't forget about the little dot right here, so we gotta add it in the middle. So our answer for number 1 is $11.13. And lastly, Clark has 2 quarters and 1 nickel. Ben has an equivalent set using dimes and nickels. Ben has 8 coins. How many dimes and nickels does Ben have? So let's first find out how much money Clark has in total in the first place. So we know he has 2 quarters, which are 25 each, and 1 nickel, which is 5 each. So 25 times 2, we get 50, plus 5 is equal to 55, or $0.55. So we know that Ben has an equal amount of money to Clark, but this time he only has dimes and nickels. And we know that he has 8 coins in total. So we gotta guess and check until we get $0.55 using 8 coins. And using only dimes and nickels. So let's estimate first. Let's imagine that he has 2 nickels, or 2 dimes, and 6 nickels. 2 dimes is 20, and 6 nickels is 30. Add these two together, and we only get 50, so we're 5 short. So this is not the pattern, or not the range set. So let's try 6 and 5 this time. 3 dimes is equal to 30, plus 25 times 5, or 5 times 5 is 25. Add these two together, and we get 55, which is equal to the amount of money that Clark has. So our answer for number 2 is he has 3 dimes and 5 nickels.